Whoa. Hello. It is April 4th, okay, 2025. And today is Maya Angelou's birthday. She's actually one of my favorite people of all time. Today, so far, I did a little bit of homework. I managed my bank account, applied to a couple jobs. Think I'm going to find the courage tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but on Monday, to go around with my flyers to pass them out to people door to door. I'm really scared. I'm really nervous. I've never done door to door before, and I'm fucking terrified, but my dad gave me some tips, okay? And I'm gonna go do it, okay? I'm trying to help people, and I have something of value that I can help them with, okay? So that's what I'm doing. If they're not interested, that's okay. I don't need it. And just make it simple and get to the chase, I think. It'll give me some good practice with sales. So I'm gonna be doing that, okay? I'm going to go to the gym today. I was supposed to do laundry, but I didn't because I couldn't find my laundry card. My next door neighbor might have an extra one. Okay? Do you want to go do some shaving? I could go do some shaving. Okay. We're going to do that because that sounds kind of fun. You're coming with me. Okay? We're going to keep talking. Put this down. Look at this. We've got two lights that are broken. Also, I should be in here somewhere. See, there I am. There's my bald head. There's my other bald spot. Eventually, I'm going to get enough money to be able to figure out what I need to do to fix the bald. Okay, but for now, it is what it is, okay? I don't think you need to fix the bald to be a worthy person, but I love hair. Hair is so cool. I forgot, I can't really talk when I do this. As you know, I quit my last job. I hated it, dude. It sucked. Sucked really, really bad. Okay, that's about all I'm feeling like doing. We actually usually do some, like here. Sometimes I get like little stray hairs. Okay, let's go back. I love my life. Even though it's kind of hard right now. It's only hard because I'm poor, okay? Got $200 in my bank account. Which you know is 200 more than zero, so. And you know, a miracle can always happen. A miracle's gonna happen today. Maybe this guy is gonna take me to go to an event in Santa Fe. And he has money, so woohoo. Okay? But, basically, I'm doing this, okay? Basically, I need to remember to, so I'm trying to balance my body, and it's all out of balance. And I need to turn my neck a little bit this way, and then I need to have a little bit more there. So, anyways, we're going to go to the gym. We're going to do a bunch of things at the gym. We're not going to do laundry. Tears. Okay? But we can make progress to try to find an alternative for laundry. Okay? Scholarship. Oh, I'm going to apply to a scholarship. I saw one for gay people. I'm gay. Girl, some of these people, they say the craziest things. They're like, my mother was the prostitute and my daddy was absent. And I struggled for 9 years and 9 winters and 9 suffering. And I'm all of these things that made it difficult. I'm like, girl, you're fucking lying. Sometimes, you ever think that? You read some of these stories for their scholarship applications? They don't fact check. Oh my God. Girl, it's wild. I just read some crazy stories though. But I like to tell my true story. And it has been difficult, it has been hard. But I'm not gonna be like, I smoked crazy drugs and was put in through torture for 70 years, and now I came out and I still look like a 28-year-old man, and it's a miracle I carved my way out of the pit fires of hell with flamethrower and survived the zombie apocalypse of 2020. Girl, I ain't gonna go that far. I'll do it if I'm scamming a man. But a scholarship, girl, come on, just be honest. Those people win too. It just goes to show you, like what I said before, of like, people who get the most money in the world right now are the people who are the best at like manipulating people. Not the people who are authentic and true to themselves, unfortunately. But that will slowly change. I'm going to be singing later. I was going to edit my website. I'm trying to do my About Me. I guess I could do the About Me with the scholarship application too, because it's going to basically be the same thing. I feel like a wood elf from Oblivion when I do my eyebrows like this. Okay. So basically that's what we're doing. All the stuff I usually do every day. My life is not too bad. It would just be better if I had money. And I just need to go to work, unfortunately, because we live in a patriarchy. So no one's just going to pay me for existing. Unfortunately. Although they should. Okay. So I gotta go find a job, go to work. Okay. But if a guy wants my fucking energy and attention, and definitely, what else, okay? And he wants me to slave away at some job while also getting me in my presence, he's delusional. He's delusional and basically dumb, okay? He gets to belong one place, absent in my life. Okay? Miserable, alone, and dusty, where you belong. If you want my presence, you show up with money. Okay? It's literally. What the hell else are you here for? What are men here for? Men are not here for any useful reason, any reason at all. Their only purpose on this planet is to give me money and do things for me. If you can't do that, you're worthless. Don't care. Okay? Go cry me a river. I don't care. If you can't do anything, make anything, or give me money, you're worthless. To me. Okay? You might be worthwhile to someone else, but unless you're giving them money or doing things for them, you're worthless. If you don't like that, well then go be a diva. Go be a diva bitch boy, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be a man and a king, you're gonna need to get to fucking work. Okay? Let me tell you, there was this guy that took me out for food 2 days ago. He's getting too comfortable. He's getting too comfortable. He thinks there's no competition. He's not stressed out enough, so I have removed his number from my phone. Because he took me to get food after the gym. And then after we finished getting food, he dropped me back off at my car and he asked for a hug. And I don't give any intimacy at all on any level unless I want to and it feels right. If it doesn't feel right and I don't consent, I don't ever fucking give it. Okay? I've been there before. And I will never go back. Okay? So, I said no. This man was a bitchy, whiny little bitch boy, okay? Wham. I'm so offended you won't give me a hug. Then texted me, you owe me a hug next time I see you. His name is now removed from my phone, and I'm ignoring him. Why? Because I have 3 or 4 other guys on the table who are behaving and performing and outperforming him and doing better. And frankly, they look more attractive too. So, and that's how it should be, ladies. You're not going to date one guy at once. You're going to date at least like 5, okay? Free food, free gas money. You're going to date free electric bill. You're going to date free phone bill, okay? And you're going to date free shopping trip. Okay? That's their names. Their real names don't matter. All that matters is what they're doing for you, okay? Oh, but he's so evil and materialistic. No, actually, I'm not. I'm not evil and materialistic. I am a diva with standards. And I have access to one thing that most men don't have access to and never will have access to, which is unconditional love. I know how to do that. I know what it feels like. I know how to love people fiercely and truly and authentically. I'm very empathetic. I'm very kind. And I spent most of my life giving that away and being taken advantage of and exploited for free by trash men. Okay? And then at some point, empaths, you need to wake up and become a diva and realize the men play by these dumb rules where all that matters to them is money and material and what you look like. And so that's with everyone who's empathetic and kind and whatever, you can play by the rules of empathy and loving people for who they are. But with trash men, which is basically 99% of men on the planet, you have to play by their rule book, which is materials, doing things, money, and looks. If they don't have things they're doing for you, if they don't have money for you, if they're not doing anything for you, and especially if they don't look good. However, looking good alone is not good enough. He's got to look good and also be exhibiting one of the other traits. So you have to wake up and realize that's the game they play. Then they don't know how to love. They don't know how to love unconditionally. They don't know what empathy is. They only know what their little ego minds think in the material world. And so that's how you have to treat them. You're worthless unless you look good, bring something to me, bring me money, or do something for me. Okay? Stop getting scammed. We need to empower all the women. And this is the only way to do it. And this little weak man wanted a hug from me. And all he did was buy me food. Like, no. You're way too fucking comfortable. You should be giving me a $100 gift card, taking me shopping all weekend, spending $250 on me. Letting me buy what I want, buying my groceries, filling my gas tank up, give me an oil change, taking me out to dinner 3 days in a row, and then I give you a hug. Okay? That sounds like a good deal. But finding me after the gym to take me to a fast food restaurant and paying $20 to get food for me and you, you're fucking delusional. And you're fired. Okay? So I have another guy that offered to take me out to it's like a event I want to go to. I'm really excited. And the other guys on the table, I don't really pay too much attention to them. They usually just come in and then they're texting me. There's even this guy that like I've laid out the line for him. I've told him how it is. He keeps messaging me. He's obviously used to like bare bottom, no standard men, because he's texting me and he's like, "You're playing games with me and why don't you just blah blah blah," and he sends me dick pics. And he sent, the last thing he did was like, it was like last week, he sent a message and he's like, "I'm over you, I'm so over you, F you, you know, you complain and blah blah blah, and I've been trying to put in the effort he's been putting in is texting me, telling me to come over at 10 o'clock at night. That's what his interpretation of I'm trying is, okay? How about instead of doing that, you put about, I don't know, $100 in my Cash App just for fun, without any expectation of what that will do, okay? Why? Because you're a man, period. Okay? So basically, this guy is sending me, he sent that, he said, "I'm completely over you, fuck you, blah, blah, blah." Insecure me from like 10 years ago would have chased him, which is ridiculous, but you know, I didn't know. And now secure me is like, okay, whatever, bye. I'll continue with my life, because all I do with my life, I don't have any friends, no boyfriend, no support, no nothing. It's me, myself, and I. And my skull, girl. Me, myself, and I, and my skull. And what else is in my life besides that is me doing everything. I'm buying my own groceries. I'm paying my own bills. I'm earning my own income. I'm doing everything my fucking self. It's really fucking hard, but it is the way it is, okay? Unless someone's gonna come in to make it easier, I'm completely fucking uninterested in them. And this guy send me like a video of him with his dick out and just immediately deleted. I just immediately deleted it. Because I've laid it out for him. I told him, oh, if you're really interested in me and you really like me, which is what you're, basically trying to tell me, why don't you, instead of it, because I told him once, he said, come over. I was like, I don't drive to men's houses. They pick me up in their car and they take me to a luxury dinner somewhere and take me out for a nice dinner or take me to some really nice expensive date. That's what they do. And then they drive me home and they continue doing that for multiple dates. And then maybe if they are charming enough and a good enough guy, I might hug them at the end of one of the dates or give them a little kiss on the cheek, okay? And if they continue doing that for months on end and are persistent and creative and continue to make things in their lives that demonstrate to me that they want me, then I may allow them to be my boyfriend if they want that and they ask me. And they're earning that, basically. But if they don't earn that, then I don't really give a shit who they are or how your dick looks. Like, that's the most useless fucking thing in the world for me. Because it's like, girl, I've had fun. I'm 28 years old, girl. I've had lots of fun. I've seen all the different types of dicks you could see, okay? And that's not going to do it for me anymore. Sorry. That is like the least interesting thing you could show. If you really want to grab my attention, put a couple Benjamin Franklins in my hand. That'll really turn me on, girl. Okay? Because I'm a grown woman now. I'm not just, interested and wooed by the dick pics, okay? So, basically, this guy texts me again. He texted me, I think, last night. He's like, what are you doing? Oh my God. Some men are just stupid. They're just stupid. You can lay it out for them, tell them all of the instructions, and they're still lazy little weak pussy bitch boys who don't want to do the work. They would want to lay around, sit at home, do no work, and get all of the feminines to come to them and flock to them while they do nothing to earn it. Okay, we're not falling for that. If no women on this planet, if all the women and feminines had standards and no women were willing to do that for any man, the men would stop being lazy, weak, and pathetic like that, like tomorrow. Why? Because they want access to feminines and their energy and their presence and their time. Not even just their bodies, just their connection. And you don't get that unless you work for it. Sorry. So, this other guy wants to take me out on a date, though, to a really cool event. The tickets are like $40, so I'm happy about that. And you know he's gonna buy my tickets, you know, if he takes me, and probably buy some drinks for me. So, my dream is to have hair, really, really beautiful hair. Unfortunately, my genetics don't allow for that, but I've been doing everything I can. Unfortunately, I'm also poor, so there's only so much you can do when you're poor. And I'm trying to work on that right now. That's why I'm going to school, getting a degree, doing all of that, okay? But my life is feeling really good. It will feel even better after the school year is over in April 24th. And it will feel even better when I start working, even just part-time and getting income. And it will feel even better when I am building the business. And I'm trying, literally, it's already a lot for me to be building my business while we're approaching finals week. This entire year has been really fucking hard. Kinesiology, physiology, exercise, group exercise, leadership, exercise testing, which is like blood pressure and, oh my God, VO2 and like calculating calories and calculating body fat percentage and special populations, which is like learning about every condition that ever exists in human sickness. And then I've learned sign language and I've taken a computer class, so. This many classes. It's been too much. Too much. I never want to do school again. Ever in my fucking life. But I do think that this will help me. Having an associate's and having a certificate is really going to make a difference for me. The reason I make these videos is because I like to watch them. I go back and I watch them myself. Huh? Because I love watching myself. I love watching my videos. Literally, sometimes I watch them more than once. Okay? And I have 10 subscribers now. 10! Okay? Most of my subscribers come from making shorts. And I've said this before. Shorts are more popular because that's what people's brains are. They're short. This is the size of people's brains. Tiny little brains, okay? They don't have big brains at all. They're small. Okay? They can't handle watching something longer than 60 seconds. Okay? It is what it is, girl. Everybody's stupid. So. But I'm feeling kind of optimistic about life. I'm feeling very good. I'm putting in the work every day. It might be about time for a reassessment of what I'm doing every day and seeing if it's all in alignment with what I want. But yeah, things are going pretty good. And I have risen amidst such great adversary and difficulty. Like, since 2018, I've experienced over like 10 cases of feeling so hopeless that I was really close to ending my life. Some of those times got pretty fucking scary. I've experienced homelessness. I've experienced poverty pretty much since 2018. Poor, just poverty the entire time. Heartbreak, sexual assault, narcissistic abuse, abandonment, isolation, health issues, eating disorder, addiction, and here I am. Looking still good as shit. Looking still super cute. Okay? You can't stop me. And I think it's about to get really, really good. Last summer was really fun and really good, but I think this summer is going to be even better. I just don't quite know how. That's the only thing. But I know it's going to be so much better. And I know, I'm pretty sure I know that everything's going to happen exactly the way I wanted it to. Well, maybe not in the exact way, but I know I'm going to get everything that I want. My spiritual advisor told me I should move to LA. I don't know, dude. Oh my Lord, that feels good. LA or where else would I move? I really like Scotland, honestly. I really like Europe. Particularly Scotland. But their city is literally, like, their biggest city is like 500,000 people. I'm not really a London girly. London's like 8 million or something. That's nice. It's about the size of Portland, Oregon, though. 500,000 is not a lot. I would make a huge impact in a city with 500,000. You know I'd be a celebrity of that city. Watch out, Glasgow. Okay. Watch out, Edinburgh. I'm way too iconic. If I was in those cities, I'd just be an icon. I'd probably be like a druid and a witch, and I'd walk around all the time and cast spells on people and dance and sing and dance and create magic and help people become healthy and be like iconic, have tattoos, grow a garden, grow a magical forest, swim in a lake, and then I'd go on vacation into the French countryside or the beach in France because I do speak a little French. That sounds fun. What the fuck is in LA? Why would I go to LA? I think the only reason I need to go to LA is because the world wants to see me as an icon. The world wants to see me as an icon. Iconic diva, okay? Iconic diva, iconic person, transforming, 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 transforming from basically rock bottom. I'm more familiar with rock bottom than I am with the top of the mountain peak, okay? I'm ready for the opposite experience, okay? The world's ready too. And so I think that's what I'm here to do. And I don't actually want to be an icon for ego. Not that that's necessarily a problem. But I want to be an icon because I want to help people. And I want to inspire them with my resiliency and my story. And not only my story, but my mother's story. Because part of the reason why I'm rising from such great challenge at 30 years old, almost 30, is because my mom, I was raised by a woman who rose from extreme challenge and difficulty at 60 years old. Changed her life and decided to not give up and to rise from all of the pain that she'd experienced. And that inspired me because I thought if she can do it at 60, then I can do it at 25. My mom is the reason why I'm on this planet. Not just because she gave birth to me. It's because she saved my life. And my dad is probably going to be the reason why I become successful as an entrepreneur. But the reason I didn't end my life was because of my mom and Guadalupe, my best friend. So, also I'm going to be a really, really famous writer. Probably one of the most famous book series of the century, which is a little bit intimidating, but I've known this since I was like 12 years old. And I kind of just like had some creative ideas at that time. And I think they said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said a writer. But I like dancing. I like singing. I like physical health stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm not doing the writing. I'm still creating what I'm needing to create for the writing, but it's a gradual process. And I am not sure when exactly I'm going to publish book 1 for my series, but there's a lot of books that I have to write. And I have a pretty good idea of how it all fits together from book 1 to the final book. And it's overwhelming. It's a big thing to bring into the world. It's a big creative thing to bring into the world. And it's a high order because it's like, I know how incredibly powerful this series is and the books that I'm writing. And I have to deliver them to the best of my ability. Maya Angelou used to say, like, someone else might be able to write it better, but no one could write it like me, basically. And I also kind of am being drawn to learn and study more Shakespeare, of course, Maya Angelou, rereading Harry Potter, looking at Tolkien's universe again. All of that would help me because I need to learn from these legends in literature and storytelling. And the best way to do that is to read their work. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I'm stretching. Alright, it's almost time for the gym. I love making videos. I love making videos every day. Yay! I saw this non-binary person on Instagram. I actually leave little hints to people. This is really, really fun. I've been doing this for a while because I know a lot about my book series, and it may be a couple decades before people are familiar with all of the things that I'm already familiar with, like names of certain houses, names of certain groups of people, different energetic things, the different ties between different things. And I leave breadcrumbs. I have been doing that for a couple years now on different platforms of social media, and hints, so that if people really can find a way to go back through my digital footprint on the world, they could piece together this whole map of how my story was built and what was going through my brain. If they want to, if they're crazy and obsessive. But it will be rewarding because I'm adding, there's so many different layers to this story, and I'm not going to write anything by accident. There's going to just be a lot of intention. But that's a whole different other story. I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's go back to me and my day and my life right here. We want money, okay? We need money right now. What are we going to do with money? We're going to get a money gun and we're going to shower it on myself. Like this. It's going to rain on me. I'm going to be happy. And that's what we're going to do. I just found out a man who sexually harassed me and emotionally abused me and was just awful, was murdered last June. Girl. He was murdered with a hammer to the head by a young man who might not have been too different from me. I just thought, wow, somebody else did it, thank God. I know that's horrible to say, but some people are so evil and wicked that I feel like when people become a victim of those individuals, they can feel the weight of all of the other horrible people that have been warped and twisted and abused by the evil person. And it can push you to do crazy things, especially if there's any sort of substances involved, which there were in the murder. But I'm joyful, I'm happy, and I'm ready to go to the gym. I'm going to leave the state I'm in maybe 6 months, I think. 5 months, about 6 months or so. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to getting my paper. I'm trying to do everything every day. Make sure my day is basically resemblant of the person I want to become. Okay, so that means acting like a diva and not allowing men to scam me for hugs. Okay? Tell them they gotta work for it. And if they don't work for it, well, you get left in the dust, baby boy. I love myself. I love my purpose. And I actually like, it is kind of weird to have 10 subscribers, even though most of them are probably like the pea-sized brain people who who only want to watch the shorts, but that's okay. Because I'm used to having nobody, like zero. I'm used to having 0 subscribers, 0 likes, 0 attention, 0 popularity. Because I have been so far into the polarity of being like Alphaba and not like Glinda. And I was given a choice at multiple points in my life to decide, am I Alphaba, am I Glinda? Am I going to be fake, superficial, care about the material, care about what other people think of me? Or am I going to follow my authenticity, my compassion, my truth, what I know is fucking right, even if it means losing everyone? The wicked's lives are lonely, but I chose that. I chose Alphaba. I think Glinda's life is lonely too, right? And I think the beauty comes when you can merge in between the two. And I think it's harder to start as Glinda and find your way home to the equilibrium between Glinda and Alphaba. I think it's possible. And I think starting as Alphaba gives you the actual power and the foundation and the security you need to be able to find more Glinda, more popularity. 10 subscribers? Girl, I ain't even got 10 friends. Okay? I've got 1,000 subscribers on TikTok. 1,000 motherfuckers following me. And all I'm doing is being cringy and being myself. And doing what I'm passionate about and being visible and seen as a cringy, autistic, gay, witchy boy. Okay? So it's quite hard to be a witch in today's day and age because there's so many psycho-Christian cults out there that will say you're going to hell. What people don't understand is queer people are literally here, like LGBT people are the access point for the human race to enter the upper dimensions and spiritually awaken or level up spiritually. The access point is queer people. And queer people have been pushed away from religion for so long and spirituality, and a lot of them are so disconnected from their path to purpose, their path to God, their path to making connection to the universe, that they're so removed from why they're here. Queer people are literally here to bring us to the next level as humanity. Because when you see things in a binary, right, wrong, good, bad, up, down, left, right, backwards, forwards, heaven, hell, night, day, right? Everything in our universe that we perceive as dense humans, we see in polarities. Orange, blue, green, red, yellow, purple, everything. When you can stop seeing things as one or the other and see it all as an and, see the whole thing as a spectrum, right? Maybe green and red are the same color. They just fall on different parts of the same color spectrum. That is how you see the world in a four-dimensional way, in an upper elevated way. And it will start to bring our energetic consciousness to a higher level. And that can't be done without queer people, because queer people's actual literal existence is on a spectrum that breaks the binary that we forced people into for 2,000 plus years. It's time for them to wake up and to help everyone. And that's my purpose, right? Because I'm quite simple when it comes to breaking the binary. I am a cisgender man. Okay? I'm white. Okay? The only thing that's not in the binary of what's correct is I'm gay and I'm energetically feminine. So being gay is a different thing, but being energetically feminine is really the most important thing here. Energetically feminine. I'm supposed to be energetically masculine if I'm a cisgender man, I'm supposed to be masculine, but I'm not. My soul is energetically feminine. And there's reasons for that, and there's a purpose behind that. There's God's purpose behind that. And I have to honor that and be true to that, because that's how I fulfill my purpose, which revolves around empowering women. Because I can do that in a completely different way than if I were a feminine woman, cisgender, straight woman. Okay? I could have all of those traits. God could have given them to me. But I couldn't supply the same sort of support and empowerment that I can as a cisgender man, gay, and feminine. That's why God made me this way. I don't fit into this binary. I've got a couple pieces on this side of the spectrum, a couple pieces on this side of the spectrum, and I am a blend because it aligns with the universe and why I've been brought to this planet. And all queer people are like that. It doesn't matter where they are, what sort of different things and traits and attributes and whatever they have on the spectrum. They're supposed to follow whatever resonates with the most soul excitement, and it will guide them to the place where they are living their authentic truth, and there's something unique that isn't just attached to their ego. It's not just attached to, I want to be a trans woman because my ego wants it to feel good. No, there's something about the soul there. The soul wants you to be a trans woman or a trans man or non-binary person or a energetically feminine man or an energetically masculine woman, even if you're straight, even if you're gay, right? For a purpose. There's a purpose behind it. And if it brings your soul some activation and excitement, there's reason behind it. That isn't just about you, but about how you're going to help everyone else. How you showing up like that is going to help the world and help other people. Either by triggering them, which most of the time you're just going to trigger the straight cisgender men. Why? Because they've had a bunch of power for free. They haven't had to work hard. They haven't had to do the shit. They just get to lay around, be ugly, poor, and nasty, and get the king's treatment. That's going to end, right? If they want to continue to have that, which we all want them to. We all want straight cis boys to be kings. They have to work now. They have to earn it. They have to put in the fucking work to get it. Okay? And that's something a lot of straight cis guys are doing, and they are already kings, but there's a large amount of them that do not show up like kings. But that's a whole different story. Okay? So basically, this is what I'm here to say, is like, you need to follow what excites you. You need to follow who you are authentically, because there's something about you and your uniqueness. No matter how cringy it is, the cringier the better, okay? It's only cringy because it's authentic, okay? The only thing that I find cringy is a fuckboy, acting like a king, and he's put in none of the work, okay? It's like, baby, you're not a king, you're a diva, okay? Bend over, face down, ass up. Get on your knees for mommy, okay? Don't be acting like, oh yeah, I'm the king, yeah, look. No, you're a bitch boy. You want to be the king? Go to get a job, go to work, get some money, bring it to a real diva, okay? And then you can go like this because you've earned it, okay? And I'll tolerate anything because you gave me a couple $100 bills, okay? That's enough. We're going to the gym. So thank you for watching, and I'm excited to watch myself later and make more videos. Bye.